Hey friends, it's round 3P2 day 12. I am up 0.2 and that's okay because in the last 72 hours I've had a, 2.4 loss. So that's really big for me and it doesn't surprise me. So I'm just rolling with it, no big deal. I wanted to delve into a few things today, so those are my stats, and if that's all you're interested in, there they are. Otherwise, I'm gonna drag out some emotional baggage, some things that I'm dealing with. So I'm not a really big religious person, never have been. I would consider myself spiritual and believe in an eye for an eye and karma and positive and negative energy. One of the reasons I feel that this HCG community is so successful is because it is surrounded by positive energy. We just here there's no room for negative energy. We don't tolerate it. It's taboo. It isn't allowed. The only negative energy that exists is coming from ourselves when we put it out there and let the others dissect it and or just relay that this is something that we're experiencing. And so that's why I believe that this works for so many people and why it's an important thing to stay involved with as you're working through some issues that may have caused you to gain weight in the first place. It's a safe place. It's a safe place to be who you are no matter what, because there isn't anyone here that's judging you. We all want you, each and every one of you, to succeed. And I think that's a good thing. So much about being overweight is negative. It's detrimental to us. Whether it's internal or external, whether we are the ones causing those negative feelings or it's someone else causing the negativity in your life because of your weight or because of your eating or because of your hoarding or binging or gorging or even starvation. Let's just address the whole HCG issue and how people react to it and their comments about it and what some of us have to deal with from family, friends, co-workers when they make comments about the protocol that you're following. All of these, it's negative and it's detrimental, and as we try to break down those barriers and the shields that we have up in order to move forward and progress with our release, with our weight loss, with our mental mindset of fueling our bodies every day, we're still having to deal with all of this emotional baggage. So, most of my vlogs, I try to keep it upbeat. I'm usually pretty positive. I give my stats. I try to impart some knowledge of some sort or give some facts. And rarely do I drag out that emotional baggage because the emotional baggage is negative and I don't want to deal with it. I'm just not comfortable. I'm not comfortable sharing too much of that baggage because I'm carrying it around and it exposes that negative energy and it opens up what I call the box of pain. Tori recently vlogged about reproducing skeletons, and when she mentioned that, I chuckled. I told her all my reproducing skeletons in my backyard have plain stood up out of their graves and they're standing there looking at me, and I need to burn them to the ground. I need to dismantle them bone by bone, and I need to get rid of that backyard full of bones. I don't want it anymore. I don't want it in my life. I don't want to pass it on to my girls. I don't want to have all this issue. I mean, the way I look at it, I'm halfway through my life. Yeah, I could die tomorrow, but, in the scheme of things, I'm halfway through. 44 years old, and I've reached a point where I don't see why it's necessary anymore to be around people that I don't like, to do things that I don't want to do. I mean, with exception. I mean, I don't want to do the dishes, but and I have to work with. I have one person at my work that I don't like, but the rest of them I do. So I just avoid her. But again, I mean, I'm confident enough to just be okay with who I am, and to not have to do all of these things in life anymore that we think others want us to do or need us to do. Or I've spent the last 17 years being mom, and all of the years before that being the wife, and all of the years before that being the daughter. And so many of us forget to just be me, be me for me. And that's where I'm at this year. And I know I've hurt people's feelings, and I know that I try to carry the motto, don't say anything if you don't have anything nice to say. But the filter, it gets tougher when you get older, because it comes in my mind and I blurt it out. I just say it. Sometimes it's not very nice, and I don't want to be that way, because I think it just gets worse as you get older. So I'm really working on this year letting go of the responsibilities that I don't want to hold on to anymore. And I think that many of us take on, I took on too many responsibilities to try and cover up the fact that I was uncomfortable with my weight, to try and make myself have so much to do that I just didn't have to think about it, as I continued to gain month after month after month. And because if I was busy, then I didn't have to think about it, because I was overbooked, overburdened, overcommitted. And then Jessie, she recently posted a vlog about feel, deal, and heal. And I can't get past all of this. I can't finish my HCG journey. I can't continue to release, and I certainly can't keep it off if I don't open up that box of pain and really take a look inside rather than just a peek. I have to rip that lid off and pull things out and really examine them. So that's what I'm doing right now. Many of us are in a state of tightening our budgets and trying to save money, and some of us are just getting by, and most of us are working on not wasting. And so food is a huge amount of money that comes out of my paycheck, the purchase of food, to fuel my family. And I've really been working hard at teaching my girls to not waste food, to plate only a small amount of a serving, that they can always go back for more, and that it bothers me when they waste it, when they take a humongous amount, when they take a large amount of food and put it on their plate and then they don't eat it. it is wasteful, and it could be used as leftovers the following day. So we are working on teaching them proportion, and only taking what you need, and always have the option of going back for more. I don't make them eat everything on their plate. And I do ask, though, that they try new recipes and new foods. And I bring one home probably every week, whether it's a recipe or an item at the store. And I just let them know that I would expect them to taste it. And if they don't like it, they can spit it out, and that's fine. And that, no gagging noises and no comments about who's eating it and how can you eat that and that's gross and all of that. And so this journey has opened up a lot of different options available and a lot of possibilities of trying new foods. And I was just tickled pink yesterday when two of them tried that asparagus soup that I made, expecting them, first of all, to not even like the smell of it because it was so heavy with garlic and onions. Much less neither of them cares for asparagus, but they both tried it, and one of them didn't care for it that much. She didn't say it was bad, but she didn't say it was great, and she wanted more. And the other one said that was good. Can I have another serving tomorrow? So, I feel like sometimes I'm on this tightrope with them, with three of them in the house, and watching me diet, and wanting to show them the right way to eat, and at the same time not creating any eating disorders or any memories that they might have of mom's making us try these new foods that we don't like, or mom's always telling me I'm putting too much on my plate, or mom's yelling at me when I scrape into the trash what I put on my plate that I now am too full to eat. Those are things that are constantly in my head of raising these girls.